Hello all, myself Professor Girish Navale. I'm working as Assistant Professor in Computer Engineering Department of AISMS IOIT. Today I'm going to explain uh, conversion of Epsilon Nfa to DFA. So we'll see how to convert Epsilon Nfa into DFA. Basically, you know that Epsilon Nfa is what? Where Epsilon means no input is associated. No input is associated for the traversing of state. Okay. So in the given table, we have given that there are three states. One is P, other is Q, and the last one is R star. So P here P is a start state, R is a final state. So you can see the first column is epsilon. Now epsilon, that means one state is traversing to other state without any input, and other inputs are A, B, C. These are the inputs, but epsilon is what? Where there is no input associated. Okay, so we can see P for the epsilon, it is going to phi state. P for the A input, it is going to P state. P for the B input, it is going to Q state. P for the C input, it is going to R state. So here we'll first find the epsilon closure of all P, Q, and R state. So P to epsilon is phi. So I can say the epsilon closure of P is P itself. Now let's see the epsilon closure of Q. So Q to epsilon closure is P, and P epsilon closure is phi. So I can say epsilon closure of list of Q is P and Q. Again, for the state R, it is going to Q, and Q is going to P for the epsilon closure, and P is going to phi. So I can say for I, three epsilon closures are possible: P, comma Q, comma R. So here we got the list of epsilon closure of all states P, Q, R. Okay. Now, first of all, we'll see the A successor of P. A successor of P is what? It's a P. A successor of P is it's P. So what is the epsilon closure list of P? Again, it's P itself. So you can see the state table. P for the input A and its epsilon closure list is P itself. So we got the first value P to A as P. Now we'll find the P to B. So the P epsilon closure of P to B is Q. So what is the list of Q? That is P comma Q. So we are getting P comma Q. Now P to C is R. R, what is the epsilon closure list? It's P comma Q comma R. So we are getting P to C is P comma Q comma R. So in this way, we are getting the values of P for A, P for B, and P for C. Okay. So in this way, we are getting the first row P, P comma Q, P comma Q comma R. Now in this, the first value P is already visited. You can see the left column, the left values, right? P is already visited, but P comma Q and P comma Q comma R are not visited. Okay. So we have to form the equations for P comma Q and P comma Q comma R. So let's see P comma Q to A. So P comma Q to A, its value is, again, if we are forming the closure list P with A union Q with A, we are getting the value of as P comma Q for the epsilon closure. Now P comma Q B, for B we are getting P comma Q comma R, and for P comma Q comma C we will get P comma Q comma R. So here if we are getting all the three values, uh, we can conclude that P comma Q is already visited, but again the only not visited state is P comma Q comma R. So again we will form for P comma Q comma R. So we'll find for P comma Q comma R for A, P comma Q comma R for B, P Q comma R for C. So how to find P with A union Q with A union with R with A, and whatever the value we are getting, we have to find just the epsilon closure of that. So if we are getting the value as p comma q comma r itself again, so we need to find the second value p comma q comma r with b. So again, how to find it? P with b union q with b union r with b, and whatever the value we are getting, we have to find the epsilon closure of the same. So we are getting p comma q comma r itself. So again we are forming the equation for p comma q comma r for c. So again we are getting p comma q comma r. So here, if we check all the values, they are of the same state value of last final p comma q comma r. So in this way, we are not getting any new value. So we can conclude that now the conversion is over. So how many states we are getting? Only three. One is p, other one is p comma q, and the last one is p q r star. Okay. So here, from this state table, we have to connect all the states. Now you can see the p comma p is going to a, for a it is going to p itself. So we are just connecting p to a p, p to b again for p to p comma q, p to c p comma q comma r. So pq we are just connecting to itself, pq for b it is going to pqr, and pq for c it is going to pqr. So pq to pqr we are connecting with b comma c. So pqr again for a b c it is going to itself, so we are just writing as a self loop pqr going to itself for the input a b and c. So this is, in this way we have converted the epsilon nfa into dfa.